Now Sproles. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, guys, check. There we go. Back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 40.
4 fucking people around you. You throw it and you get it. 4 fucking people. I hate that. I hate that shit, man. Some shit ain't making sense here. Some shit ain't making sense here. Alright, so we can get one here. I might just finally go now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Carry the ball.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Julio Jones. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Ryan on first down. Dancing to his left. Past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. The 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, 83 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check three.
On second down, Freeman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Escaping the pressure right. Drops it off for Coleman. And I think the ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Spaced to run past the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, it's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side. Knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Get up! Wait!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Hey, let's go! Tight end. Tight right. 21! Gun! Check. Let's go!
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Check. 50. There we go. Check. 53. 11.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 12. 13. Check 13. Let's go.
They'll run it with Coleman. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. They go play action here on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking toward.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Carr to throw on second down. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
That's it, baby.
First down to run with Lynch. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
So out come the Falcons now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this way?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, wants to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side completion to Jones. They want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Throwing again, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit on meeting with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Win streak. So look, win streak. Oh, that's how it's done right there. Alright, next. Alright, let's make sure my settings are still there, because they never are. I don't know why they do that. Let's go. Let's go. Good fight right out of room. stay here forever. Forever. Oh, I'm waiting for a game. What's up, guys? What's been going on in everyone's life? Waiting for M20 to drop over here. Panty draw shown. Hey, we found someone. Let's go. If you guys are new to the channel, whatever format you're watching on, hit that follow button one time for your boy, please. Follow, subscribe, like, whatever's on the menu.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Oakland Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Blue 20! Green 80! 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Spinning past him. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
87's mine. I got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
We got to get this stop here.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
On first down, Brady goes underneath here to White. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play.
This guy might kill the streak.
Now Brady again. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. This guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Right and right.
Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Yeah, nice catch. Nice catch. Touchdown. Nice catch, offense. Good job, offense.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tight end's right. White down. Monday down. You wide 8-8.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack.
We're gonna concede that game. I'm gonna try and figure something. All right, guys. All right, there we go. See if we can't get another win. Another win. Put my shot back in one. All right, here we go, guys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Right. 3 down. 36.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. Now he steps away. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. This is Ajayi.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw is Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
Check.
Now it's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It's It's complete to Golden Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive right there.
They don't just like it, they love it. Because
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Single receiver. What's up? Hey, you're on an island over there.
Shotgun now for Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
On first down, Carr being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
when I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and then lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 4. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Wentz to throw for it on 4. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
180!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
We got three, fellas.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And he is all the way up past the 25. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for Roberts. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Carr down to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, 27 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A dump off to Sproles. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And it'll be second and very short.
Check, tie right. Solo out there, check.
There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Oh.
And off the... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Oh.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum and begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
4 down.
They'll run again with Lynch, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw his car, escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
1st down Raiders, the former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He's to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one was for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for that.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Come on now.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Back now in the East Bay. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marquell Lee able to get in and run him down for what'll be a loss of 15 yards. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again.
On the ball.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey, and that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
They must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Shakes off the sack. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on third down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
And that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
3 down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. When to throw again. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Man left, man left. 4 down.
Mike 50.
Back to throw. Goes underneath, which rolls. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left.
Tight down. There you go.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Pick.
GG, baby. Now the count. Exclamation. Win. Streak. 2. Alright, this will be my last game tonight, guys. searches. Still searching, guys. Still searching for a person. All right. MP. Let's go MP. Dun, dun, dun. Go MP. Dun, dun, dun. Go MP. Dun, dun, dun. MP.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears.
Oh, we were 5-5.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Excuse me.
Single. Motion. Watch 10.
Set up! 180! Red's up!
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end Deion Sims. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because
So used to the all-man.
most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got three. Set up!
Now Trubisky on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hang on, you see it?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. Leave it with his 3rd and 1.
You got three.
Set up! 180!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
See, we got this game, guys.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Blitz. Blitz. Protect yourself, baby. Yes, sir.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
7:34. Raider 2. White.
Carr now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
4 down.
To throw again. Carr. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on
I
Way
know,
better than
you
you.
like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That.
Yeah.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the
okay.
what was the return on
It
it?
was a backhand.
I
and
like
a
that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
A
whole
little
thing.
bit, little
I
bit.
love
Couldn't
it.
get in
Almost
the
a
end
mirror
zone on
image
that
when
one.
you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Hey, blue.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. He'll leave it for Cohen. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
How's your night
Give
going,
him
man?
7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide
I
receiver,
don't
tight
think
end,
you
but
like
running
to.
backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll operate from the
I haven't liked the
32-yard
basketball
line here,
game since,
2nd and 3.
Oh, for
Tight. Watch left.
3 down.
On 2nd down, Trubisky
that's my
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Whatever platform y'all are watching
I got
on,
a kick
Facebook,
out of that one,
YouTube,
partner. You and I talk
Twitch.
often about trying to
Hit
hide
that follow
receivers
button
in certain
one time.
situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just...
3 down, 3 down.
Come on. Defense.
Strong right.
Again, it's Trubisky.
Got him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Oh my
Looking
gosh,
deep
not how I
for
wanted to throw
LaFell.
It's not how I wanted
He
to throw it.
couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
It was there.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Shit was there.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting
Yeah,
about
throw it
every
like
throw
that.
in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Single.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way through the entire team. I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Raider 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you're a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Raider 8.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass. That didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness. There's a premium for all of that now.
Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, try to body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance route.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, 34 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails.
If you guys are new to the channel,
this guy can make plays,
whatever
and
platform
that's
you're
exactly
watching,
what he
hit the
just
follow
did.
and like button.
Play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Single receiver.
From the gun, Carr. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, get set, fellas.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First trip to the red zone for Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. end zone now. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Check 26, check
And now
26.
with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to let this thing go deep. And this is caught inside the 5.
Let's
and
go.
he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon LaFell, 54 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trubisky will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Double tight, double tight. Forward out.
They run again on first down. Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Lay down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Slow it down.
On any running play that's
Go,
called,
man.
they're
Hit the follow
always
button one
hoping
time
that it's
for
going to
your boy.
break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, baby.
1st and goal.
Monday down.
Tight, double tight.
White down.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Being chased out left.
Let's
The
go.
Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Yeah, baby.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Frosty Rocker able to drop him for a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Fighting Gabriel, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky. He's got it. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. Try to push it in with Howard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are. Right
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
In field goal range.
And he'll bang that one through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
One, Raider one.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Eyes on 10.
Singles. That's hot. That's hot.
Carr again here on second and 10. Looking deep for LaFell. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. Handoff comes to Lynch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
4 down.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. On the give, this is Lynch. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Important extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead.
I forgot to throw a touchdown.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
We're go, let's go.
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you got to get up there and spike it.
And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch that in.
Move.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Hurry.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down
There's
with
a new
the
hit that
football.
follow
If he does
button
that,
one time.
this thing is
We got
over.
last game
Instead, he
for
leaves
a
him
little
out
bit.
there with another
For
chance.
tomorrow.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir. That
And this
touchdown
time
puts
we're
him in
right back.
striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. One last shot for Trubisky. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the Silver.
GG. Got the GG in the chat. Oh. Make sure you guys follow, guys. Twitch.tv/MaddensPlayers, Facebook.com/MaddensPlayers now, and YouTube.com/MaddensPlayers. I believe we're on Mixer also. I'm getting off for the night. Thank you, guys.